close on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. Baker going to throw this right away. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. The Seahawks at 11-5 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Point it right.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mayfield's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time.
Touchdown. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Throwing now is Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen setting up the screen. Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Allen. Out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop it.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Running left is Walker. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. To the air, Allen.
And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. From just shy of midfield, Allen.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at the shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen again. He finds his man, complete. It's Logan. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Final play of the half. Mayfield going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will be taken down, but there is a penalty marker on the field, and it's in the backfield. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Allen to throw once more. He finds his man, complete. It's Logan. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From midfield, here's Allen. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Allen now on first down. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Now Allen. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Logan. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and goal. Allen. He's got his tight end long. Touchdown, Miami. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get... And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
Probably not, but they got it in a big way. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing.
Touchdown! Damian Harris from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Allen will try to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
73 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's good for the Seahawks.
They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his left. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 75. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things going to get more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts.
They have to be aggressive here.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime pass. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Noah Igbinoghene that time up to make the play defensively.
Brings up 2nd and
8. 2nd and 8 coming up. Mayfield now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Lockett. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Walker. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing is Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Allen. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Mayfield to throw. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball... So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity they've got. Oh, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the offense, they'd really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return added